you see that? Probably not. The tree's got it on it, and it's in the sky and the air and the ground. Frozen fog. Starting to get really slippery out there. I got my my outside hat, and then since this one's so it's not working. No. Got my inside hat because it isn't a warm outside hat. Oh, that didn't work at all. Time to get to the crazy picker life with Wheeler, Dealer, and Banana Peeler. Welcome, fellow pickers and would-be adventurers. Dealer with the Crazy Picker Life Friday edition. Well, not everything always goes as planned. This hat sure didn't. This is ridiculous. It's too small for my head. I can't go outside like that. Sure, it's a fashion statement and makes me look like I'm in my 20s again, right? Okay, well, lots of packing going on this morning, trying to get caught up. Yesterday was a long work on the business day. That episode was super long, as you can tell. We didn't get out of here till, I don't know, after 2 o'clock. Got a late start this morning. Got to get some packing done. But I've been told by Wheeler that he's ready for a tote.
Yeah, I just realized that like every time you come in here, I'm sitting in this chair, so people probably think I don't get any work done. I'm just always sitting around. So this is kind of like one of those weird things, like where you just snap your fingers and the whole thing's cleaned, you know?
Right, except it didn't happen last night, so.
Well, yeah.
Looks pretty good. You actually, whoa, shoes are sorted. Now this is yesterday's stuff.
Yep.
And the last bastion of stuff.
Yep, that's the
pretty clean looking.
Left over there.
A little bit left. Well,
parts, camcorder, manual thing to reload up. I found this on the floor. Needless that. Shutter release, Hasselblad, shutter release lot, and then some Hasselblad odds and ends. So there's 6 items.
Awesome. We'll talk about that off camera.
Yep.
All right, I gotta pack and get you situated, and then we're gonna go home and have a middle day and finish some things off.
A lot of stuff jammed in here, but it's nice and clean.
We had to start our Friday. Okay, who knows what's gonna happen today, but it's Friday, whatever that means. Pick well, list often. Wait, episode's not over. Okay, so I've got some pretty cool beer tappers in the past. This one's worth showing here. It's one of the coolest ones. This thing is huge. It's an Olympia tapper, and it's ceramic, new old stock. Let me get a hand on this thing. The hands are pretty big, but that is a good size tapper. I don't know what I paid for that. I paid up for it. I probably paid 40 bucks. I bought it with a couple Hams new old stock tappers. Those sold quicker. I don't remember. Bought it with a couple other things. Sold for $77.94 plus shipping. I had to wait a little while. I got that early this summer, I believe, in May. Pretty cool. And you know, trying to get my packing done here. This is supposed to be hair on the bottom of your tongue coffee. So Wheeler's back at it. The Coffee Ninja is back at it. Got my Schlitz hat back on. It is cold and icy and crazy outside. Oh, level 5. Woo, woo. Get it packed. Well, I got a bunch here. I got all the orders except 4 packed that came in today. Trees are pretty. Look at this though. Everything's ice. Pretty slick out here. The only thing I don't like about this, I worry about my kids on their paper route, and you know, you always got a defensive drive because people still, that's not going too fast. Oh, for the most part, people are still driving like it's you know, a summer day. They just don't get it. I don't know what there's not to get. It's slick. So it's 3 o'clock now. About 2 o'clock they finally pulled, I think we have 1 or 2 salt trucks. It's not really a salt truck. The county, we got 2 county roads that crisscross through here, kind of an X, north, south, east, west. The county guys are out doing their sanding, and I think we might have 1 city truck that sands, but they don't sand, boy, unless it's ball bearings. And what'll happen, I work down at the dispatch for all fire and police and all the services. They'll start getting calls in for accidents, and at that point they will get serious about getting out and doing a little sanding. But even so, you got everybody on a Friday. Half of them are jacked up because it's Friday, driving around like crazy. Semis going through town like crazy. Everybody's trying to get where they're at. You got a defensive drive on a day like today. So I'm out here. I wish I was driving my Jeep. I'm glad Lon is. She needs to be safe too. I'm driving this big whale on ice skates, man. This thing, it's a lot better since I got the brand new tires this last year. I got the high dollar, all weather, cool, commercial, never puncture super tires. Makes a big difference, but this thing's still like a pig on ice skates. Well, everybody's driving slow through here, 20-mile-an-hour school zone, but boy, once we get out of here on the other side, watch out. Pig on ice skates coming through. Yeah, starting to see the tow trucks and the tow vehicles around here. I don't know if it's legal or not, but we got, you know, a lot of farmers and people that get things done and make things happen. So the tow straps come out. People in the ditches get pulled out, get pulled home. So when I grew up in Wisconsin, we went through a couple cycles when I was a kid and when I was a teenager and when I was in my 20s, where we got, you know, a lot of snow. I mean, a lot of snow and ice and changing of the seasons. And Wisconsin's always good for 4 or 5 months of winter. So you grew up in that, and still you drove stupid as a teenager and learned a lot of things and all that. You know, I had friends that rolled their cars and friends that got stuck, and you'd be pushing people out, and fender benders, and of course lots of salt on the road. You'd rust your car out. But in this area, the storms come and go, and there's only a couple weeks a winter where the roads are bad. And so people forget year to year. New drivers come in, they don't know. And so I'm trying to teach Wheeler, and by the way, I'm pushing him a little bit to get his temporary license so he can start driving. The push is on. I need him to get that so we can get an ID for him so he can fly and things like that. I got to find out what the regulations are on that. But I'm trying to teach Wheeler, and first-hand experience is better, but I'm trying to teach him what these roads are like, because they don't look slick. And so we took Supervan on a 4-wheel drift on one of the corners, and when you're driving, it's one thing if you've had experience and you know it's coming and you're kind of doing it with the vehicle you're used to. But he was in the passenger seat there. He thought it was somewhere between, wow, this is cool, and oh my goodness, we're gonna die. So I don't know what that taught him, but you know, I'm all about exposing my kids to as much as possible, and I guess they get the good with the bad. Supervan. All right, I can't go through a Friday without trying to get first dibs on some good stuff down here at my local flea market. So I'm gonna park, go in. Hopefully they're open here. I doubt there'll be anything in there, but you never know, so that's why I go. I gotta find something. Well, there you go. You probably can't tell that I was in there for an hour due to the technology gap between when I turned off the camera and turned it back on. Oh man, it's like everybody is driving around. It's a Friday. Everybody's got money in their pockets. That's why I had to get out to this place early today before everybody else comes, because I bought 3 things that were already tacked up on the wall, and I bought a bunch of other stuff that wasn't quite out yet, and tomorrow I got to go back in and buy some more stuff that's pretty cool. So I can't really show you now because I'm running late, but again, due to the technology gap syndrome, you'll see it soon enough on this show. I bought a bunch of telephone stuff, cool telephone plaques and telephone stuff, some cool telephone pins. I don't know, some of them are gold. We tested them. I don't think they're big bucks, but I think they're good. And let's see what else. Oh, pretty good Pepsi sign, probably from the late 50s, a light up sign. And tomorrow, hopefully I can get it, but I got my fingers on another old telephone topper thing, and I'll get a fair deal on it. So I forget what else she was gonna bring in, some other stuff like that. She showed me a bunch of little things. She found some telephone person that had a bunch of telephone stuff, memorabilia, inside employee stuff. Oh yeah, she had a weird evil eye book. Oh boy, can't get away from the evil eye, can we? I'm not a big fan of the evil eye, but if I see something with the evil eye, I want to at least glance at it long enough to see what it is, and then not get seduced by the evil eye, which I take seriously. Okay, I gotta go home and wrap it up. It's Friday. Wrap it up, dealer. Get back in the office. So you can really see the ice on these trees. It's pretty, but that's #1 indicator that everything's icy. I like the look. We don't have a lot of trees in Kansas, but these are gonna suffer with this ice. Okay, I'm just stopping by to pick Wheeler up for supper. Give you a quick preview. This is a Pepsi sign. It's pretty old. It's got a metal can with some weird hinges so the whole back comes up. You got access for the lights. I don't know what that would go for, but I think it had a clicker switch on it. Oh yeah, it's got an on-off clicker switch. So this, you know, in its day, it's a pretty good unit. That was a commercial unit. I don't know what that'll go for, but pick that up. Got a bunch of telephone stuff and more to come, so we'll look at that. What I'm going to do, I think, is list all this stuff out or lay it all out for Banana Peeler. See if he can pick out the top 2 or 3 items, and then we'll have him look them all up and learn something. All right, I got to go eat some supper. Okay, I'm standing here with BP after supper. Hey, BP.
Hey!
I guess this is take #2 because I didn't have the camera on. I must have had a bad shrimp there with supper or something. I'm kind of fooled and foiled.
Yep.
How's the paper route?
Good, cold, and slippery.
Yeah, you're falling all over the place.
Yep.
Bumbles bounce, don't they?
Yeah.
Do you even know what that means?
Nope.
Here's a Pepsi sign. This is part of my haul we're going to show off here. Old Pepsi. I would say late 50s, early 60s. Pull string. Old sign maker stuff. Metal can. Some telephone stuff. We got a 2-sided telephone sign with screw holes in the side, so I guess it would have stuck to the wall somehow like that. Some sort of a metal with sort of a porcelain feel telephone plaque, plastic telephone plaque. Got this data stop thing. I'm trying to figure out what that exactly is. It's 80s or 90s. I don't know. We're going to have to figure out what that is, but this is some sort of a US West telephone data stop plaque. This came from some sort of a collector or somebody who worked at the telephone company, and what gives you a little hint on the age of when some of this stuff was collected is this book here is 1971-72, and so that would line up with some of these phones and these other items. I don't know. This is a really interesting pin, lapel pin setup. It's all different types of phones from the 1800s until the 70s, and to the casual observer, you won't know if these are plastic or metal. They are metal, and actually they are gold plated. Actual gold plated. We tested them out with the gold tester, and if somebody was really smart and careful and opened it underneath, which I hope they're careful because I paid a bunch for that, this thing, there are actually like trading cards or something underneath there too. So I don't know what kind of set that is. And then this is more of a employee pin set of some kind. And I haven't looked real close at this and my eyes are bad, but these might be like years of service, Bell telephone or something. But that is also a very interesting set. I don't know if those are gold or not. We didn't check those. This is some sort of a promotional Princess phone thing, and a promotional Princess phone keychain, a Mountain Bell knife on both sides, and money clip, some sort of a perk for working there. I'm having a feeling some of these things are that way as well, including a system is the solution paperweight. And then this thing is kind of neat too. This is some sort of a promotional phone pen holder, which is kind of neat. Too bad the plastic is gone there. So here's the deal. We got a bunch of pieces here. I'm asking Banana Peeler on camera which are the 3 highest priced items here, and then he's going to go do some other work for a while and then come back and look these up and report back. So put them in order, highest to lowest. Top 3. What's your top 1?
Probably going to be that.
You're
pin
thinking
set.
The gold pin set that I talked up real high. Okay, number 1.
This pin set.
Number 2.
And I'm kind of debating between these two. Probably this one though.
The top telephone sign. So that includes this.
Yep.
So you're saying the pin set is number 1, pin set is number 2, and what are you saying here?
Telephone number 3.
Top one is the number 3 price. Okay, and then what would you say is number 4?
Tied with Pepsi. Probably Pepsi.
Pepsi, huh?
So,
You want to hear my top 3 and I haven't looked anything up?
Yeah.
I'm going to say that I think you're right on the pin set. I'm going to go number 1 with that pin set. I'm going to go number 2 with the Pepsi sign, and number 3 with the seemingly porcelain long distance sign. Okay?
Yep.
So we'll see who's right. You might be right.
Yeah.
If you are, you get free popcorn tonight at the movie. What movie are you watching tonight?
Escape from New York.
Escape from New York? Why would you want to do that? Donald Trump lives there. Oh, you mean the one with Snake Plissken?
Yep.
80s movie. Kurt Russell.
Yep.
Okay, check back soon. Okay, well, this guy here, Wheeler, came to me, so we got noise in the background.
Super vacuum.
Vacuuming banana peeler, so I'm gonna have Wheeler pick out his 3 items that he thinks worth the most here. But first, I've got, you can look those over. So the sign and all those items. So I've got 9 orders to pack already. The key this time of year, sorry about the background noise. The key this time of year is to get your orders out quick because people want them for the holidays. I've got that to list. I've got test strips that came in. Can you believe it? All right, let me get... Hey. Cut that for a minute, okay?
Yeah.
Give me about 2 minutes.
Yep.
And look what came in. Some more alcoholic beverages. I feel like I'm a bar here or something. So my orders got stacked up. So we're going to have to look through that tonight again too. That's the regular shipment. All right. Wheeler,
Yeah,
top 3 items, including that sign and these items. Top 3, what do you think?
I'd say it's the top items for that Pepsi sign.
Number 1, Pepsi sign. Where's number 2?
This telephone sign there.
Telephone sign, number 2. Number 3.
Between those two, but...
Which one?
Well, that one.
Plastic one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
We'll see how he does. Okay.
Complete opposite of all of our other choices.
Complete opposite. Wow.
That was, Pepsi was like
This
your
is
last.
fun.
And then
Okay,
Pepsi,
yeah.
Well, your third.
Telephone was my last.
All right, as I was saying, with all that vacuuming going on, I got to get some orders packed. They got to get out. I got test strips to take care of and pay people for. I got to do some listing. We got our contest of who's going to win on the top price things.
I doubt it. Who knows?
And Wheeler's got to come over here and help me decipher what he wants from Amazon. That's how this whole thing started.
Yeah.
And I got more beer in. Oh my goodness. Okay, really, we are doing some work here, but I had to take out some weekday frustration. Top score 111,650. Who's the new champion there, Bob?
You.
Man, you've had that record for how long?
2 months.
Months. Yeah. Yeah, the new champion, 111,000. Woo! Okay, well, I just feel like I got a lot of little bits and pieces to take care of on camera here, so I've decided that it's 9:07 p.m. I've decided to take care of them, so that's what's going to happen in the next few segments. This is not really one of them, but sometimes I get test strips in. They're really, really good. I get all excited, you know, good test strips. And other times it's like you want to pull out your hair. I got this guy that sent me, you're supposed to send in 4 boxes of test strips minimum so I can cover my postage and everything. And this person sent in 9 boxes of Lancets, which I buy as a courtesy. And so 5 of them were expired. I get to keep 4 boxes, and I'm like, boy, that doesn't even cover my expenses. So I had pity on the guy, and I sent him 10 bucks. And basically I lost money. I'm such a nice guy. He sent me nice strips in the past, but it seems like this time of year people are really scraping. And so I would help him out. Oh, how's the dew going? Oh, BP's down. Maybe I shouldn't have beat him so bad. I hope he rebounds. He's kind of like Dealer, right? We'll see. And then Dealer just keeps moaning about his test strip. So this lady sends me one. I'm like, oh, this looks pretty promising. This is a One Touch Ultra. Except, oh, it's open. Can't send me open ones. Can't do nothing with that. And then the rest of it that's in there is just crap. So, you know, I pay my label coming to me $6. It's about $6 to send them out a packet. And then they want me to send them money for crap. So again, unfortunately, it's somebody that's probably having a tough time. I don't know what I'm going to do there yet. And then this one is, at best, a break even. And the problem with these strips is they've went down in value. Originally, they were like $10 a box. And so if I'm paying $5, they, you know, you can make a little money on them when you get a bunch of them. Well, they went down in value. And my only saving thing is occasionally people get switched over and have extras of good ones. And I see that happen, so I usually wait it out. But in the meantime, I keep buying these ones that I have to break even on. And in reality, it's not a break even. It's a little bit of a loss. I don't have a great plan or a great way to communicate with these people other than onesie twosie. And I just do not want to do it. I have my reasons. It's just not that fun. I was so into that business where I was getting 5 boxes a day for a long time. I was so embedded in that business, and it just, the people that I was working with, I felt bad for them, but they were just so sick. And I would have to be on the phone with them, and it would turn into long phone calls, and I I am not a doctor. I don't want to listen to all those stories. I feel bad for these people. I just want to help them out with a little cash, buy their strips, and sell them. And I just could not deal with that. So that's part of the reason I wanted out of that business. Is I just, a lot of them wanted me to be their friends, and they were people that were shut in, and they were people that just didn't have anybody to talk to, and they didn't have anything to do. They're living on the lowest amount of money. I feel for those people, I really do. I'm just not a social worker. I can't. I got 6 kids, mouths to feed, kids to teach, business to run. I don't even have time to shave my beard. I know I'm selfish. I am selfish. If I could give all my money away and I knew my kids would be okay, I would wander the earth and I would preach the good book. I guess I don't have enough faith. Oh my goodness. This video is going somewhere. Okay. This is going to seem like a non-congruent segue, but here's what I got for beer in this month. Does anybody believe anything I say anymore? Probably not. Wurzburger Hofbrau Bavarian Pilsner Lager. Imported into Massachusetts. 4.9% alcohol. Nice, crazy looking Pilsner from Bavaria. Sounds good. Yum yum. 3 of those. Saranac. Ooh, you got a big grizzly bear on there. Black Forest Black Beer. 4 Generations Family Brewery. Where are they out of? Matt Brewing Company in New York. Okay, so that is Saranac. Ooh, kind of getting forgy in my Camry. So for those of you that don't know, no, I don't drink beer all the time. I do like beer once in a while. I like a couple beers every other day, probably. Keeps me sane, sort of. And I belong to this beer club, this beer club of the month, and they send me this mixed international beer thing, 3 bottles, 4 each. And recently I joined the Rare Beer Club because we did this huge listathon thing in October, and my prize was I was going to get to join that beer club. Actually, I was going to get a kegerator and start getting yummy beers on tap, but I decided that would be the end of me. So I joined the Rare Beer Club, right? Well, I'm quitting the Rare Beer Club. Why? Because that stuff is too strong. Hard to believe dealer would say that, but that stuff gave me crazy nightmares. I was in a cake eating contest, and I was eating these cakes. They were huge, like the size of a room, and I was just eating them all night long. That was just crazy. Actually, it wasn't. I was eating them in the morning. I got up to go to the bathroom, drank some water, went back and laid down for another hour and had the weird cake dream. That's it. Too much alcohol in that double vision. So I'm going to stick to cool beers that are normal alcohol or less. I like the taste. I don't want to go down with the ship. Oh my goodness. Beer number 3. Look at that. It's got some sort of a pine cone, pomegranate. I don't know what that is. 961 beer. Porter. Never ceases. Best before. Oh, it's got a best before date. The story. The 961 story. I'm just trying to figure out. It's imported into Massachusetts. Where the heck is it from? You gotta realize, old dealer here. Lebanon? Wow, I'll have to read about that. Lebanon. Now that's something. Old dealer's eyes are failing him. Peak Organic. Now you're speaking my language. Peak Organic Brewing Company. I like organic. IPA. Now I might end up having to get a case of that because I like things that are organic. Peak Organic, Portland, Maine. Portland, Maine. That seems like kind of a weird deal. Look at this, Wheeler. We got an organic beer here.
Oh, there you go.
Whoa, 7.1% alcohol. I'm gonna have bad dreams again, even though they're
USDA organic.
Organic dreams. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna go right from this camera. I'm gonna cancel the Rare Beer Club. It's too much for poor old dealer here. I like the idea of drinking whiskey all day long. I just don't want to be alive the next day, if you know what I mean. So no more 10% alcohol, flame brewed and whiskey bottle beer. Other than the ones that are in my fridge, I'll have to drink those, but I'm not going to buy it. And we're just going to back off a couple of notches and enjoy the taste of international beers once a month, 12 bottles. That's it. Okay, let me go cancel my club, that part of the club, and I'll be back with some other details to wrap up. Okay, so this is just a little thing, but it's kind of been wearing on me. Everything's wearing on me today. Oh my goodness sakes, it's this cold weather. Anyway, I had somebody contact me. I told people that my labels had some bad glue on the back or something, and that coupled with the cold weather, they had not been sticking to my boxes very well. So I said, okay, well, I'll just start taping over them. And then people said, well, if you tape over thermal labels, they start to disappear. And I'm thinking, well, okay, so on the 10th of December at 10 p.m., I put tape over this label and put it on my board here. We are on the 16th, 6 days later, and I notice nothing disappearing. So am I doing something wrong here? I was thinking maybe if I put it on a box as opposed to this, would that somehow get that to go away? I got a thermal printer. I use Dymo Label Writer 4XL. It must depend on your tape, and it must depend on the labels. I don't know what it is, but these aren't disappearing. I'll leave this here for a while longer. Maybe it'll disappear, maybe it won't. It's not happening yet. Okay, what's going on? Oh, I did get my orders back, thank goodness. Look at that, nice little tidy box, 9-10 orders. Woo! What else are we doing? Oh, we gotta go get Wheeler for the results of the picking of the products.
Yep.
How's it going in here?
Good.
Look busy.
Yep.
Okay, well, when you're done, come this way. Nope.
Oh, what do we need here?
Uh-oh.
Picking up the products, or?
No, we did something over here. We, you know, Banana Peeler's trying to beat me on Mr. Do. Ooh. Doing pretty well. Well, we probably are jinxing him.
Mm-hmm.
Probably putting too much.
His game.
He's at 90,000. This is too much pressure. I'm sorry, Banana Peeler. I would have ran the other way had I known. So sorry. Did we bother you?
What's your previous record?
107,000. He just got
Yeah.
93,000. I have a feeling that we bothered him.
Yep.
Okay, so we had some guesses on what the highest priced products were on this.
Oh yeah, that thing.
On this pick, and then Banana Peeler did some research, and then I did some research. Neither of us did full research, but I'll let Banana Peeler tell you who the big winner is.
You.
Who's you?
You.
Me, dealer, the big winner?
Yep.
Why you look like that when you say it like you're upset?
Because I got last.
No. So what do you think is the top product here? Top dollar.
Pepsi sign.
You think that's the top one? What do you think that might go for?
$2.50.
$2.50?
Maybe.
Good
I like
grief. How did you? I don't think that's what you said to me before. Why do you say that?
Because there's other ones made by that same company listed for 600 and sold for 600.
This similar type of sign? Pepsi?
Yeah, Pepsi made by that same company.
Good grief, I'm gonna have to look this up when we get off camera here.
So what did I say? Did I say that was the good one? Or did I say that was third?
Third probably, second or third.
Yeah.
Come on back, you don't need to look it up.
He said first. It was first.
I thought I said that was first.
And that's where he got his
right.
1 point.
He got 1 point.
Most
You got
expensive.
2 points.
Okay, well,
Well, okay,
don't go away here. Where are you going? What's next then? What do you think's the next? I'm gonna have to look that up. This
Yeah,
one's not
a
in.
good one.
Well,
Just
it's
give
not
the
in
logo, it's
super.
yellow Pepsi.
It's not in super top
The
shape.
yellow Pepsi salesman came through, sold them that and those 2 signs back there.
I don't know about that. Tomorrow,
Just saying, same thing.
tomorrow BP, we're gonna take apart those signs back there. Come on, over here now. So, what do you think is the second highest value?
I just looked that up. It's probably 100. I forgot.
So now it's 250 down to 100.
Yep.
No, it's like
Maybe
600 down there. I don't know
Good grief.
This is not
You
conclusive.
know that Pepsi chair that we missed at the flea market?
No, I don't.
There was one there.
Never seen it.
And here's one listed 400 or best offer.
Listing means
Yeah,
very little.
Probably the guy.
What else? What's the second highest thing? Stick to task.
Let's see, that means that it would be Pepsi sign. You voted Pepsi sign for 2.
What? What? What?
You did pins for 1, which you didn't get, so you did Pepsi for 2.
What?
Your
What?
second guess.
So you guessed Pepsi twice, which means that.
He didn't guess Pepsi twice.
Listen,
You
let
guessed
me
Pepsi.
explain what I want to know here. I want to know what are the top 3 items from you looking them up. What do you think are the top 3 items?
Yeah. Don't even know.
You did the research, didn't you?
What
Yeah,
happened
but
here?
you looked up those, so I have no idea what there was.
Well, those pins aren't worth as much as I'd hoped.
No, I didn't
They're all over the place. They're hard to
Wow.
tell. They're not labeled. Some of them are gold. There's somebody trying to sell the one set for $1,200,
Yeah.
and then at auction the same set went for $28 plus shipping. So it's like,
I just know pins like that. Like they made 1,000,001 Coca-Cola / Pepsi. They're a little bit more obscure than that, but I just know they made a lot of that kind of stuff.
yeah, well, that means nothing unless
Oh,
you
that's why I
actually
didn't-
look
that's
them
why I
up.
guessed
But
for 'em.
the point is, they are not the top things. What did you find, BP, are the top items?
This is probably the second top from what I found.
The
Is it actually old? Like how
it's
old is
porcelain. It's
that one?
porcelain.
Porcelain. Wow.
Pick
It's,
it
uh,
carefully.
Eyelets in there.
Carefully pick that
There's
thing.
eyelets in there, Dan.
Yeah, it's more of a
Convince me.
reproduction than
It does.
the old one.
It does look like
The
one. It's
old
just-
one was 400.
yeah,
It had like a
doesn't look that old.
mount for the pole. Like more of this and then a big mount.
Okay, so what else did you find?
I
What's-
saw the 60s. Like
Third item.
60s or something.
Third item that I
no,
found
that's
is probably
1960s.
this
That's
telephone.
That's what I was
newer.
thinking.
That's a newer porcelain type thing.
I see.
What's
Probably
the?
this telephone 15. That's the only other.
Just created a decor item
thing
rather
that
than
I
a real.
found.
hanging
Okay,
thing.
so I don't. Okay. Well, that's inconclusive.
Yeah, he should not be the one looking this up. I could look this up in like 5 minutes.
Okay, we're not gonna have a fight right here. I'm gonna
Fight!
go.
Fight!
I'm gonna go talk alone and
Street
give.
Fighter.
Okay. All right, here's my take on it. Banana Peeler is mad because I beat his score. I think that's what's going on here. He's having a little trouble or something. I don't know what's going on. The sign, the Pepsi sign is probably $100. I don't know where he came up with 600 or 250 or whatever. I'll look it up and see what I can find. The pins, I hope to get maybe $30 a set for those. That other porcelain sign, it could be a reproduction, it could be not. I don't know. I like to challenge Banana Peeler. I like him to look some stuff up, but I also would like him to kind of present himself in a little clearer way. So I'm going to keep giving him a chance. But he's 12, so that's how that works. I keep working with him on looking things up. It's harder to look things up than you would think and get an accurate value, especially when you're looking things up that don't necessarily have 10 of them listed. They don't necessarily have a barcode. And so what you have to do is you have to look at like items, you have to look at vendors that make them if possible. You have to kind of get a feel for it. It's not as easy as maybe I let on or something like that. Things that are easy to look up are easy to look up, right? You've got a track record, you can match them up, keywords are easy, whatever. I don't like dealing in those type of things, so I'm going to sit with him and go over a couple of these items and help him out a little bit. He gets discouraged kind of easy, and then Wheeler's pretty tough on him, and I can get a little frustrated too. So, okay, that's what we're going to do. We'll try to salvage it. So, hey, you made a claim that... Okay, that was a wipeout. That was a battery change. I was in there to complain to Wheeler that he's fooling around all night, but I'm not going to do that. He likes to tell me, you know, I don't know if he's just telling himself in his head, but then he verbalizes, oh, I'm going to list all this stuff by the end of the night. And I just go, yeah, right. That's, you know, foolish to say that. So then I like to go in there and say, well, what happened? How come you didn't list all this stuff? And then he tells me, oh, I'm still going to get it all listed. And I look at my watch and there's an hour left. It's ridiculous. So whatever. I'm done being in there. I think I'm going to blow a valve in a funny way. Woohoo! Maybe I'll do it on camera. Okay, so deep breathe. So here's the deal. Banana Peeler tells me that what he was able to find and look up, that's why he was telling me these different prices. I know this thing is pretty good. It's pretty cool. It's an authentic piece that was stuck on a telephone booth somewhere. Sure, it's simple, whatever, but it's got to be 30 bucks. And this thing is kind of neat too. Somebody's going to want that for their telephone collection. I'm sure that's 30 bucks plus shipping. This, I'm going to spend a little time, make sure it's authentic. These other little doodads over here. You said this was a Zippo.
Yep.
So that's kind of neat. We'll probably list that at 20. It's a Zippo money clips / 2 knives on the side. Zippo's a good collectible brand. And you said you found this?
Yep.
This little doodad, you said 15 bucks?
10.
10 or 15 bucks. It's a neat little rotary phone. This one, I think, is some sort of promo from inside the phone company. So, what does that say on there? The Princess phone.
Right here.
It's little, it's loved, it lights. Yeah, so... This is some little promo when the Princess phone came out. Now, unfortunately, it's broken. I didn't notice the handset was all cracked.
And something rattling around inside there.
Yeah, and this data stop thing. So whatever. So you did fine, Banana Peeler. You just didn't articulate we didn't connect.
Yep.
These pins, we'll just throw those out. Okay, so I'm not having a meltdown, if anybody wonders. Oh boy, I don't know. Maybe it was that double vision I drank last night. I don't feel like I have double vision. All right, here's another bit and piece that I've been hanging on to for a couple days. These things, these in-motion automated touchless dispensers from GP, Georgia Pacific, motion activated. You put your hand here, out comes the paper. I got 3 of them. I bought them for $1 for the 3. 2 seem to work. 1 does not seem to work. Okay, so I list them, you know, I don't know, 40 bucks plus shipping, something like that. So a couple weeks go by, and is anybody aware of what the Vero, V-E-R-O program is? Give me a break. I hate that program. So I'm selling these things used, and eBay slaps this thing on me. They remove my listing, and they say, oh, the Vero program, you know, you can't list that. And I'm like, well, it's, you know, eBay, it's your platform, whatever you want to do. So then Wheeler says, well, maybe people are, you know, would rip those things off of restroom walls and resell them on eBay. So I guess since they're a publicly displayed thing and they have some value, maybe that's the case. Maybe they had a problem with that. And they approached eBay and paid their fees to this Vero certification program. made their case. Now you can't sell that stuff unless you're like an authorized dealer of it, and you stick to what's that pricing word, where keystone pricing, whatever, it's set up by the company. You can't price below it. I can't think of the term for it right now. Dealer price or whatever. And it, you know, it holds the price for it. The thing I don't understand is these are used, and so that's just bothersome. So they're going to sit over there until I decide what to do with them. If we go into our new place and it turns out to be my house, which where I'm going to build a building, I might just put some batteries in those things. I might use them. In reality, I think what's going to happen is I'm going to put them in the landfill, since I don't have much money in them. But just, you know, there's never a dull moment, right? Okay, what else is happening? There was one other thing. My landlord was out of town yesterday and came in today, and I said, oh boy, here we go. I got an answer. I got something coming at me, and they come in, they don't know anything. No offer from the lady. I told them everything I knew about these two gentlemen that came through. Nothing. So, who knows? Too wound up. Too wound up, nowhere to go. So I think, since we got about an hour until we quit for tonight, Friday night, I think I'm going to end this video. There's been plenty of amusements and information and jump around stuff in this video, I think, to suffice for one day. Good grief, right? Tomorrow I'm going to do a little picking. I'm hopefully going to get a really cool telephone thing. This stuff that I got so far is good, but it's kind of a mixed bag. I'll make out okay. I'm not worried about it. There is another piece though that's I think pretty good. I'm gonna have to be pretty tough on the pricing on it though, so I make sure I make my money. And we're gonna have a long day. I don't know, I should probably try to do something at home. I don't know. I need to list some stuff tomorrow, so let's try to list some stuff tomorrow. How about that? I think Banana Peeler and I are going to try to take apart that sign tomorrow night. I'm going to have some energy for that. Does everybody know what sign I'm talking about? I'm sure you do. Let's go look at that, and then I'll end the show. It's going to be quite a project. That's all I can take. That's all I can take. I can't take no more. Oh my goodness. Feeling kind of like a lunatic. Oh my gosh, I'm not sure what I need. Okay, everybody's seen this. This is it's like a barn door. Somebody used this as a door. They put these signs together on a big bunch of wood, almost like a pallet, and there it is. These are Pepsi signs, if you can see the bottle cap, and below it there's a bigger bottle cap, like it's half a billboard or something. We're going to figure out how to sawzall or take that thing apart so we at least can break it down into a manageable size, see what we actually have there, and go from there. And I've just got all kinds of stuff still back here. I'm all plugged up on listing stuff. I can't get my bicycle where it needs to go. Man, I'm just... Oh, there we go. Kick that. Oh, man. I'm having a rough time, even though it's all these things that are really inconsequential. Now, here's another one for you. I got a request to ship a 48-inch sign to New Zealand, and I looked it up. USPS can only ship 46 inches maximum to New Zealand, so I'm 2 inches too long. So I put an email back to the guy. I said, hey, I can ship it to you, but I'm going to have to bend it in half. What do you think? I don't think they're going to go for that, but if that's the only way they can get that sign to New Zealand, who knows? Maybe they'll go for that. As long as they pay me first and know that that's what's going to happen. Oh, I'm yawning. Oh, this is ridiculous. Oh, my goodness. All right. I never said that I wasn't crazy. Thanks for watching. I appreciate the comments. I read them all. I enjoy many of them. Some of them, you know, there's no context on them. I don't even understand them. It's just like one word or something like that. How am I supposed to know what part of the video that's referring to? I mean, a lot of my videos, stuff comes in one ear, out the mouth, out the other ear. It's on video. When I'm old and gray and 85, I'll sit back and watch these videos again. This is just my life on video. There's nothing, there's no smoke and mirrors here. It's just I don't necessarily remember everything I put on here. Secret's out. Thanks for watching. I appreciate the comments. I see your thumbs up. I appreciate that as well. Have a nice Friday. Have a nice Saturday. We'll be back with another daily vlog tomorrow. Pick well. Stay out of the ice. List often. Dealer out.
Hey, Wheeler.
Dealer Production.